Hey guys, it's Pope and welcome back to my channel. Long time no vlog, but I am here to do an update video today. Things have really shifted since my last vlog and I am currently in show prep. So if you haven't been keeping up with me on other social media like Instagram or TikTok, which you should go follow those if you're not, I've really shifted gears now into full force bodybuilding again. I was planning on doing the American Open for weightlifting, and I was actually really looking forward to training for that event since it is here in Atlanta, which is where I live in Georgia. But the way the cards fell, that's just not going to work out for me. I did that qualifier meet. I trained to get that qualifying total, which I was really proud of and excited about, and that was a lot of fun to be on that little bit of a comeback journey with weightlifting. Got the total I needed because I was planning to have knee surgery the following week. So that was my only shot, and that's why I was like pressure on that one local meet because I needed to get it done before I was going to have surgery. To explain my surgery, long story short, I'm a high mileage athlete. I was a very high level gymnast for a very long time. I started competing in gymnastics when I was 5 years old, and I really started doing gymnastics when I was 2, and I carried that on until I was 16 at a high level. Had a bunch of state titles, national titles, and I retired because my ankles, I was having to have surgery after surgery just from the intensity that comes with gymnastics. It's very common. I was getting bone spurs, and that kind of forced me into retirement. And then I did cheerleading at the high level to finish out my high school career. And then I shifted into coaching, then found CrossFit, and then found weightlifting. And then for about 8 years, I competed very high level weightlifting. Made it to the national team on weightlifting. I competed for USA several times. If you didn't follow my journey during that era, I was a very high weightlifter for USA weightlifting. And so I've just like put a lot of stress on my body and my joints. And as a result of that, I have worn away a lot of the cartilage in one of my knees. That really sucks. There's not a lot you can do about it besides surgical intervention. To explain what I was dealing with a little bit more, rewind back before I had Scarlett in 2019 when I was basically at my peak in weightlifting. Right after I hit that 200 total, which was when I was like my all-time best, I was trying to continue competing at the end of that year, but my knee kept swelling. And it was not painful at all, but just on and off swelling that was really hard to get to go away. And there was nothing like in particular aggravating it. It was pretty random when it would happen, and it would be very hard to get it to go away once it happened. I kept having to get it drained. And so then I got like just so frustrated. I pulled out of a meet because of this in Daytona, if you remember that era. Then I just got so frustrated. I was like, I don't see myself able to keep pushing like this right now. So it felt like the right time to start a family. That was a big part of my decision making and wanting to get pregnant at that time. It just felt like, all right, this is time for me to lay off and take a break and let this injury really heal whatever is going on. So got pregnant, had my baby, Scarlett. Obviously it took a lot of downtime from heavy lifting during all of that. Had a C-section, took a long time to come back from that. Come back to weightlifting. I think that whatever was injured, surely it's better by now. And it was for a while, and then it started swelling again. Since I had already like taken a really long time off and then the symptoms were coming back, I decided to get a surgical opinion, and I got a really good doctor. And he thought that it was going to be one of two things that happened during surgery if we proceeded. And the first one being just that my knee just needed cleaned out. It was obvious that I had torn cartilage in there and those pieces were getting pinched. And so that was like option one, and that would be about a 6-week recovery. And then option two is that, yes, there was torn cartilage and then there was also exposed bone. And that means there was no cartilage left in one spot. And in that case, he wanted to try microfracture, which is like poking the bone. I'm not very educated on surgery techniques, but what I was explained to is like poking the bone to where it will bleed. And then if you let it heal, hopefully that bleeding will turn into scar tissue, which can kind of mimic cartilage. And then what actually ended up happening with my surgery was that, yes, I had a lot of cartilage floating around, so that's definitely part of the problem. So got that cleaned out. But then I also had a bone spur under my kneecap. And so that was causing friction as well. So I shaved down the bone spur, and that's the spot that he tried the microfracture. So I ended up getting the longer recovery surgery. So that's why the American Open is out for me. I could not bend my leg more than 90 degrees for 12 weeks to give that a chance to take. So I've just recently passed that. I'm about 4 months removed from my surgery now, and things have been going pretty good. I've had a couple of setbacks now that I'm past that mark where I get to use my leg full freedom now, and it has like swelled a little bit here and there, but it's kind of one of those like take 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of feeling as my recovery goes. Like every layer I've added on, it's been a little bit like, I don't like that, but then it kind of, if I go slow enough, it adapts. So I'm just having to take like baby steps on everything. I just started squatting again, full depth, so that feels really good. All this to say, I am going to be focusing on bodybuilding because weightlifting is just not in the cards for me right now. I'm not going to say I'm totally done with it, but if I do put more reps into weightlifting, I would like to do it when it like really counts. So I'm going to save that for if and when maybe I want to try for the Masters records later. I don't know. I'm just leaving it open. Maybe I want to do weightlifting again later. Maybe not. Right now, all focus is on the Arnold Classic. So excited. I received an invite to the real Arnold, and I was awarded that from winning the Arnold Amateur last year. So I will be one of 10 fitness pros competing at the Arnold. So excited for this opportunity. So few people get to make it to the Arnold stage. It's like such an honor, and I'm just so excited to do this. I'm currently 13 weeks out. I started my prep at 16 weeks out. I've actually made a ton of progress these first couple weeks, which is really exciting. Like I said, I'm on the mend still with my knee, so I'm getting a little bit of like newbie gains going on because I was so detrained from the surgery. So my leg strength and development is coming back very quickly. So it's like actually a really good time for a show prep, because usually you would be like fighting to keep your muscle on, and for me, I've got a little bit of that detrainedness on my side, if that makes sense, because I'm still gaining strength right now. If you don't know much about the fitness category, my category is really unique in that we do 2 different things at the bodybuilding show. The first round for prelims is the posing in the bikini like all the other divisions do, and we follow the posing guidelines that Figure does. So I'll do those exact same poses. And then in the evening, in the finals, we do a performance routine. And it's pretty much like free range what you want to do in that routine. There are a few rules and a few mandatory things that have to be in the routine. But other than that, it's like open to your interpretation of like just how you want to wow the judges with your fitness. So there's a lot to do in the show prep because you have to create that performance routine and diet down for the physique round. It's really fun. It's a perfect category for me, and I'm having tons of fun learning this whole new sport via this category that brings like my strength and weightlifting background and pairs it with my gymnastics background. It's like the perfect spot for me. I'm not suffering too much so far in prep. It's early on, and I had built my calories up super high right before this as I was coming back from surgery, because I wanted to really push that muscle regain in my legs as much as possible. And I never took a single day off during my surgery recovery. The next day I was in the gym doing upper body. Some people said I was crazy for that, but I have big goals in the sport of bodybuilding, and I cannot let up on the progress I'm trying to make in my upper body. And I have made substantial improvements in my upper body since I did the Arnold Amateur back in March. So I'm really excited to bring this new physique to the stage. That should get you good and caught up now from the last video up until now, everything I've had going on and kind of totally swapping directions that I'm heading in. Today I'm going to be working on my tumbling skills. I just started jumping again on my knee and taking it super slow, so I'm working a lot on the trampolines right now. So I'm going to do a lot of trampoline and tumble track work, a lot of stretching, and then I need to do a little bit of shoulders, and that will be my training for today. So mainly going to be working out at the gymnastics gym. I'm about to head there now. I'm putting a scoop of vanilla waffle cone 9 Lives protein, which is my company's brand of protein, into some coffee. If you have not tried this combo yet, you are missing out. For my shaker cup, I fill up to the Panther with ice, then fill to the bottom of the Panther with coffee, and then put in a scoop of the vanilla waffle cone. It is so freaking good. I'm just having coffee today because my workout's not too intense, so I'm not gonna use pre-workout. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. My practice today went really good. I'm just stretching out after doing a bunch of tumbling. Like I said, I'm staying on the trampolines for now, doing a lot of back handspring, back tuck. Did some back tucks off of the real floor onto a squishy landing. I am almost confident enough in my landings on my knee now to take it onto the spring floor. I'll probably start doing that in the next few weeks. Stay on the squishy landings a little bit while longer until I feel like 100% sure my leg is ready for it. And I'm working on picking out my song and like theme. Courtney just started working on my costume, so a lot of it is like in the beginning stages, but like starting to see the vision of what this is all gonna come together and look like. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm super excited about this opportunity. If you're gonna be at the Arnold, I hope you'll come watch me at least do my routine in the finals. It is a huge stage with a ginormous crowd for the pro show, and just can't wait to be a part of it. I'm gonna try to vlog some of this prep, so stay tuned for those videos. We are starting new workouts for December on my dynamic fitness bodybuilding plan. So if you're looking for a workout plan, it's only $15 a month. It's my exact bodybuilding workouts that I'm doing. Everybody on the program is getting good results and having lots of fun. It's a great training program. If you want to jump onto that, head over to my website, dynamicpursuit.net, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.